What you doing? I'm Daisuke. This is Otaku News Reviews. I will be talking about Fabricant 100 by Daisuke Enoshima, Chapter 9, similar but different. This chapter came out on February 12th, 2023, and is of course the typical 19 pages. Now this chapter opens up with kind of a sad little lesson, I guess you could say. Just pretty much saying there are some dreams that can never come true even with hard work, such as reunite with the dead, switch your circumstances of birth, turning back time, and for Roxy that's being a singer. And this is because apparently Roxy is suffering from hearing loss. Now, maybe it's a translation thing, but hearing loss doesn't necessarily mean completely deaf. So, theoretically, she could still learn how to sing. It'll be hard, of course it'll be hard, but it's not impossible. However, we do see, Roxy does say, and it shows Roxy's hard work, everything Roxy does. Roxy really does try, and going to real world stuff, I have seen singers that can sing that are deaf, but that also takes more technology like a tuner and stuff like that, which it doesn't seem like technology's that advanced yet in this world, but it does say like Roxy did stuff like just memorizing how the song sounded. So I don't know exactly if Roxy is completely deaf or just almost that way. Now 100 is still being loud, still up on that chandelier thing, just screaming, so they have to call for an intermission, and this gets all four of them behind the curtain. 100 is Shibi, Roxy, and then the other still unnamed or unnumbered Fabricant. But while this happens, Roxy actually manages to cut Ashibi's cheek, meaning blood, which of course angers 100 because nobody's supposed to hurt Ashibi. Ooh, but that also means 100 can't hurt Roxy because Roxy is human. Does some bad stuff for her own purposes, but whatever. Either way, 100 still just like bitch slaps pretty much Roxy across the stage a couple of times. Roxy gets right back up so she can protect the Fabricant, but I guess it doesn't hurt. Does that? Now, is it don't hurt them as in a kill them way? Don't hurt them as in like a crippling way? Or is like, it's fun as long as they're able to get right back up? I guess that's not considered hurting? I don't know. 100 just does like blank face and like whatever. But that must have hurt. She sends her flying, but I don't know. Anyways, we get flashbacks of like while Roxy's protecting the Fabricant, and as this Fabricant gets better, which going from not being able to walk to being able to walk, which is an interesting thing that I never really thought about. How are Fabricants like before they get human parts? Maybe they're all a little different, but I guess this Fabricant had to go around in a wheelchair. Even still managed to somehow kill all the others. Must have had the singing ability first, and that's probably why, using that to control people maybe. I don't know, it didn't get into the specifics of it. Honestly, this whole chapter, even we get a lot of background into Roxy and like her motivations. Still not much about the Fabricant itself though. But yeah, we get to see Roxy. Even they give them like, they have like little hair clips and pretty much like a sister to each other. And yeah, it compares just the Fabricant's ill fate to herself, like their obsession with needing to be better, that it wasn't their choice to be obsessed with wanting to do that. And it's like for Roxy, the more she's on stage, the more obsessed she becomes with it. So it's that kind of comparison she has going on there too. However, apparently the Fabricant does not feel the same way, because the Fabricant just stabs Roxy right from the back. It seemed like an attempt to catch maybe 100 off guard, but no. If you remember, Roxy cut Ashibi, so that means this Fabricant finally has a smell of Ashibi's blood, which is apparently superior to everyone. Ooh, so apparently Roxy's beauty isn't enough for Ashibi's blood, and that was enough for him to easily betray Roxy. And I don't know. It doesn't show yet, of course. It kind of just ends there with stab Roxy and then being ready to fight. But Roxy should die. Roxy is still just human. It was like a stab right through the chest. There's no way you live from that. How could you? I don't know. But yeah, that was pretty much it for this chapter. Not really too much as far as plot-wise progressing it, but very important for Roxy's motivation. And I really like it. Probably one of my favorite ones. Because yeah, it's like the story hasn't moved too much until the very end when Fabricant betrays Roxy, but it's just nice to see motivations and character and reasons they're doing this. Because to me, it was like that was one of my biggest problems. It was like, what's even Roxy's motivations? We know why Shibi's doing it, but really, Roxy's just wanting to be famous for a little bit? Nah, no, she has her reasons, I guess. Still selfish and makes no sense, and of course just bad. She's still killing people for this Fabricant. I don't know, maybe the Fabricant has some power over Roxy. If the singing can control people, the Fabricant could just control Roxy a little bit, or just enough to nudge her in the right direction, that kind of stuff. Looking at the title and trying to figure out where that comes from, similar but different, I have two ways of thinking. So Roxy does a lot of comparing the Fabricants to herself. They're similar, their obsession, wanting to get better. But then it's like, what's different about them? Just maybe the betrayal and how this Fabricant just easily and without remorse just stabs Roxy like it's nothing. Kind of almost looks a little happy about it. Maybe just a little blood crazy. Or it's similar but different could mean like the similarities between Roxy's and Ashibi's deals with the Fabricants they're working with, but how they're going about it is what makes it different. Like Ashibi and 100 aren't killing anyone, but Roxy and this Fabricant killing probably a whole lot of people. I guess I would lean on the second one more for that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really need to say for this chapter. I liked it. Pretty good one. I'm still looking forward even more to the next chapter to see, now that 100 doesn't have to hold back, she should just be able to just slaughter this Fabricant. The only thing that was stopping 100 was Roxy, and now Roxy's dying, should be dead. There's no way. Ain't no way makes sense if Roxy died. So it might be a quick battle, and we'll finally end this little arc, I guess, this little fight. But I feel like this Fabricant must have more tricks up its sleeve for it to build up. Even though it's an early series build up, but these ones are quick. But yeah, there must be another trick up its sleeve. It can't just be done and over with, or it could be. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, go ahead. Let me know what you thought of this chapter. Where you think it's going to go from here. If you're excited for what's going to happen next, like I am, so much. I'm really enjoying this. I was not skeptical, but I was like a little worried. I really like where this is going and how this is going. Still might be a short series. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, let's talk more about it. And if you're like, hey, where we can talk more about it, you can do that in comments. You can find me on social media, the AC Stories. I have a Discord. You can also join that nice little community. You can email me at theacstories@gmail.com. All the links for all this stuff will be in the description. Easy for you to find. But yeah, hey, if you like what I had to say, go ahead and give this a like. And if you want to make sure you stay up to date with what's going on, go ahead and subscribe. You can see when I do all that. But until next time, I'm the AC. Thank you so much, and bye.